10 years ago on a show called Make It Plain with Mark Thompson. And during this interview, Luther Campbell, aka Uncle Luke, talks about how in the early 1990s, he was at Donald Trump's house in Palm Beach, and he left this party when he saw people there who he thought were underage girls. He described the scene as looking like it was from Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise and Nicole Campbell. He said he saw drug use and he had to just get out. Let's take a look at this interview. Here's Uncle Luke in his own words on Make It Plain. Let's play the clip.
The man took us around the house. Okay, he said, "Look, I got all these women. I got these women from the pageant. They're gonna be there." So we went. It was like, "Hey man, I got a pageant down here. I'm hosting these women at the house. Okay, up in Palm Beach. They sent some cars to pick us up. We get in the cars. We drive up there. Me, Mike, Eddie Murphy, we all in our own individual cars. Car service drove us up there. We got there. He showed us around the house, told us about this mansion and the history behind it and all that. Just the golf course. It was dark. We couldn't see the golf course and things like that. And then before you know it, hey, man, y'all enjoy yourself. We got cocktails and everything. And before you know it, the rooms and everything start popping. There wasn't no DJ. It was more of, hey, get in where you fit in. Whatever room you're going to go in, you go into that room.
So you say no DJ. There was no music? Or the music was piped in?
No, there wasn't no music.
No music.
That was the interesting part about it. There wasn't no music.
So women just naked in rooms with no music?
Hey, people walking around. It wasn't, listen. It wasn't nothing wrong with that. I was happy to be at that party, but then at the end of the day, when I started looking at some of these girls' faces, I was like, man, these girls don't look like they're old enough. I didn't ask nobody their age, and then all the other stuff going on. It was like, okay, I can't be up here. I got to go. If I'm going to jail, then somebody's going to extort me. I don't do drugs. Never did it in my life. I smoked marijuana 2 times, when I was in high school, and I didn't like the experience. As far as drugs, I may have sold drugs. I never liked the people who I sold them to when I was young because I thought they were stupid for buying it, so I never had cared to indulge in it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So when I do see people doing it, if I'm around it, I get away from it. Mm-hmm. Put it that way.
And here Uncle Luke again talks about showing up. He was there with Mike Tyson. He was there with other celebrities. And he talks about how the girls there were so young. He didn't want to be around it. He thought that he could also be extorted if he was there. Listen to him in his own words again, talking about the event. Let's play it.
The thing, let me tell you, the thing is when you're around, I've been around a lot of models and a lot of these pageant women, because that's what mostly it was. It was mostly pageant women.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of these women ain't of age. So when you got a whole bunch of these women running around, whether they of age or not, there's a lot of things going on. You just some women look too young.
Oh,
so you keep it moving.
I see.
So it wasn't nobody beating no women, nobody taking advantage of no women. They were all enjoying themselves. That's what they were there for. But were they old enough to be enjoying themselves? I don't know.
Was there sex?
Of course there was.
I guess that's a stupid question now to ask. Okay, so I think I got you now. You're saying that all this was going on and you weren't clear as to whether these were adults.
The AI revolution is here, and I built a software that allows you to build YouTube and Google ad audience.
I wasn't clear whether or not they were adults, and I wasn't clear whether or not, whether I wanted to be in that kind of environment where some of these other things that was going on in there. I ain't gonna too much elaborate about everything else what was going on outside of the sexual act. But
my brother, we love for you too. We love for you too. That's why we on Sirius
XM. Because
we can open it up. We on Sirius XM. We can bust it wide open right here.
The drugs and and the alcohol and the sex and all that. But I ain't gonna talk about the drugs and the alcohol and the sex.
But but now you did say that if you were on XM you could talk about it, so that's why we here, man. I mean, people, inquiring minds want to know.
I said I could use the profanity and all that there, and talk about naked people and all that. But then I ain't the drug part. I don't want to talk about that part of it.
Here's more from this interview between Mark Thompson and Uncle Luke, a.k.a. Luther Campbell, a.k.a. Uncle Luke from 2 Live Crew, talking about this event. Luke describes it again as all of these rooms he saw young girls having sex with men, and he said it was like right out of that movie Eyes Wide Shut. And have you seen that scene from Eyes Wide Shut, that orgy kind of cult scene? That's what he's referring to. Here, play this clip.
Tell us about the sex.
Yeah, it was a lot of sex going on.
Mm-hmm. Just wide out in the open.
You know what I'm saying? Like you was just imagine the Eyes Wide Shut movie.
Uh-huh.
That's what I felt like I was in. But it had some other elements and some other things in there. Then that's when I got to go.
Okay. So it was just wide out open sex is what was happening. Was it of the orgy variety?
Well, they were in different rooms.
Mm-hmm.
The man got so many rooms in that house. I ain't never seen that many rooms in a house in my life. But it was more by everybody in all these different rooms. And when you open up a door, it was something going on different in a different room. So you got in where you fit in at. If you feel like you want to go in that room, you go in that room right there. There was some things going on, some interesting things going in that room. It was just like a regular.
Well, you say you keep what? Give me an example of an interesting thing that was going on, if you don't mind.
Outside of the sex, you got to use your imagination. If it's sex, then it's some other things going on that you don't want to be involved in.
I don't know if my imagination goes that far. I don't. So if it wasn't sex,
oh no, you a big boy.
No, really, bro.
You in the radio business.
Wait a minute. So wait a minute. Something was going on outside of sex and drugs that was interesting. Well, I'm trying to figure out.
Outside of sex.
Outside of sex.
Outside of sex. And then now you add whatever else you want to use your imagination. What happens? What happens after that? But there was a lot of things going on in there.
Uh-huh.
You don't. Them guys in there. It was going down.
So was Donald Trump having?
It was one of them parties you would have enjoyed yourself being in.
Well, I don't know, brother. See, I probably would have been like you. I would have rolled out, but I
love starting my morning with Mud Water. It's delicious and clears up my brain fog incredibly quickly. Mud Water's OG blend is a mix of cocoa, chow, turmeric, and adaptogenic mushrooms to help you feel focused without the crash. And the best part, it's amazing over ice. No, seriously, just mix it with cold water or milk, shake it up, pour it over ice, and boom, you've got yourself a refreshing feel-good boost that actually helps you stay balanced. Every single ingredient in Mudwater's products are 100% USDA certified organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, and kosher. There's also zero sugar and no sweeteners added. To use Mudwater, you simply drop the powder into your favorite mug, pour some water on it, and give it a mix. Some go wild and add creamer, honey, or even CBD. The best part about Mudwater is it provides sustained energy without the spikes and crash of traditional coffee. There's also caffeine-free blends available. Mudwater is available at Target and Sprouts locations across the US, so it's never been easier to grab a cup of this friendly pick-me-up. Ready to make the switch to cleaner energy? Head to mudwater.com and grab your starter kit today. Right now, our listeners get an exclusive deal, up to 43% off your entire order, plus free shipping and a free rechargeable frother when you use code MIDAS. That's right, up to 43% off with code MIDAS at MUDWTR.com. Now, after your purchase, they'll ask how you found them. Please show support and let them know that we sent you. Keep your energy natural and refreshing all year with Mudwater, because life's too short for anything less than clean, delicious energy.
Now, Luke describes how this party at Trump's place took place after one of Donald Trump's pageants from the 1990s. So Donald Trump called up Luke, Tyson, Eddie Murphy. and said, "Hey, everybody, come on. I'm throwing this party after the pageant." They show up and he's like, I got to get out of here. These girls are too young and there's drugs going on. Here, play this clip.
Shoot, they had to be around 90 something.
In the 90s.
Are you getting less than $2,500 in Social Security and you're a senior on Medicare or Medicaid? Here's some fantastic news. They've recently updated their policies to help with skyrocketing prices. And guess what? Last week alone, thousands of
When he first opened up the mansion in West Palm Beach.
So, Uncle Luke, tell us what happened. You went with Eddie Murphy and Mike Tyson. The three of you were together?
Yes.
Uh-huh. And Donald Trump invited you all personally?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He invited all us. He was having his pageant contest going on, and with his pageant contest, he ended up inviting us to the event.
Tell us what happened, Uncle Luke. What happened to that party that made you have to leave?
Well, I mean, it was just a lot of things going on. You know, a lot of things that I don't care to engage in. And you know, he showed us the house, showed us the golf course in the back, all these different things. You know, said, man, great house, nice house. And I think I probably was there for every bit of maybe 45 minutes. Before I realized all these different things that was going on. And I was like, okay, it's time for me to go here.
Now you understand, you are Uncle Luke, you Two Live crew. So, I mean, we're dying to know what was going on that you couldn't engage in.
Man, look here, it was, you know, it was just some things that I don't really care to discuss. Because, I mean, you know, one thing about me, I don't kiss and tell. But at the same time, the party was going on. And, you know, it was a lot of things. Put it this way, there were a lot of things going on. A lot of things.
More from Luke Campbell right here, Luther Campbell. Let's play it.
A lot of things in a lot of different rooms. There was a lot of different rooms going on in the house. And every time you open up a door, there was something else going on that I really didn't care to be a part of. So I felt like, you know, hey, look here, man. You know, I'm from Liberty City. At the end of the day, if I wanted to be involved in all those different type of activities, I did that in my hometown. Less long as going to somebody's house where I think they got cameras and everything, be able to take me, and before you know it, you're extorting me. That ain't gonna happen. But you know, one thing about me, I never take no drugs and I don't get into drugs. So I leave it like that.
Were there drugs there, Uncle Luke?
It was a lot of things up in there. I know I don't take no drugs. I'm going to leave it like that.
Here are some photos of Uncle Luke, Luther Campbell, back when he was in Two Live Crew. Here's a photo of him today. And in the early 1990s, Donald Trump was throwing these beauty pageants for young girls as young as 13 years old, 14 years old. We've done an expose over the weekend I encourage you to use. I called it, hidden footage from 1991 unearthed by Midas Touch, showing some of these pageants. You could see these girls, just how young they are here. Show this photo. Here's another photo of it right here. And here's one of the videos that we unearthed at the Midas Touch Network of Donald Trump judging a pageant. And then in 1991, he would bring the pageant girls back to his place and throw these parties. But here's some of the footage we unearthed from 1991. Let's play it.
The 58 contestants participated in an exhaustive round of personal interviews designed to help our judges discover what makes each one special.
Your 5'9" reading? Serious, huh?
We may measure again tonight before.
Okay. Thank you very much, Amy.
The concentration was intense inside the judging room.
What if they don't like you as you are?
And out.
I'm just so excited.
Each girl was considered not only for her beauty and poise, but also for her personality and that indefinable something extra that makes a top model.
Okay, you want to pull your hair back 1 second? All right. Thank you very much, Ingrid. Good luck for tonight.
Thank you.
When it came time to choose the 21 finalists, emotions ran high as each judge expressed his or her opinion.
Here, Trump is seen speaking here in footage from this 1991 video. Let's play it.
The Look of the Year contest is the ultimate contest for women that want to go all the way in the modeling business.
Featuring 58 of the world's most beautiful young women competing for more than $700,000 in prizes.
Wow.
The chance of a dream come true, career as one of modeling's superstars. We'll take you behind the scenes and onto the runway. You'll see the fun, feel the excitement. You'll pick your favorite, along with our panel of expert and celebrity judges, and you'll enjoy front row VIP seating at our gala evening, where one of these contestants will be selected as the Girl Look of the Year.
And here is Michael Wolff, one of Donald Trump's biographers. Wolff was also considering becoming Epstein's biographer, so Wolff has more knowledge about Epstein and Trump than really just about anyone by nature of him being their biographers, and he was going to be Epstein. He spent hours, almost like hundreds of hours almost, with Epstein. And here's what Wolff said over the weekend about that connection between Trump and Epstein. Let's play it.
They're attacking me again because I'm holding them accountable and because I'm doing my job.
I want to clarify something. A lot of people have taken exception in the linkage of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, saying, you don't mean that Donald Trump liked little girls. Let me just refocus this back to the time that we're talking about. Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were obsessed with models. This was one of the key focuses of their lives, as important as money. Models. How many models have you had? How many models do you know? How do you get models? And they went through an elaborate process. They invested in model agencies. They started model.
Now, a lot of people have focused just on the relationship between Trump and Epstein, and we've done, I think, a deeper dive into that connection than really just about any news entity out there, and we've been doing it since we started the Midas Touch Network more than 5 years ago. But we've also done exposés here at the Midas Touch Network on Donald Trump's relationship to that guy named John Casablancas. Casablancas was the founder of what's called Elite Model Management, an elite model agency. Lots of underage girls who were part of that model agency. Lots of sexual abuse of underage girls taking place there by Casablancas. This is a well-known thing. Casablancas left his wife to sexually abuse a 15-year-old girl who he made his girlfriend, sexually assaulting consistently this 15-year-old, and then left his other wife for a 17-year-old girl. You know that photo of Donald Trump with his kids, and he's standing next to Epstein and another guy? That other guy is Casablancas. And I think it's important that we know that Casablancas would do these pageants and also party and hang out with Donald Trump. So we'll keep covering it here on the Midas Touch Network. Hit subscribe. Help us get to 6 million subscribers.
New Midas merch.